Seguimos con este especial dedicado a la segunda parte de Harry Potter y las reliquias de la muerte. La batalla está a punto de comenzar. Todos los seres humanos en contra del perverso de Voldemort y los mortífagos. El Señor Tenebroso y sus leales se encuentran por todos lados, pero quizás los malos hayan subestimado la fuerza de los alumnos. Harry, Ron y Hermione han logrado meterse de nuevo al castillo, ahora dirigido por Snape. Pero Voldemort sabe que están ahí y ha dado un ultimátum al colegio para que entreguen a Harry.
¿Cómo se prepara la coreografía para la batalla más esperada de todos los tiempos?
Throughout the second movie have taken a lot of time and planning. There's a lot of destruction of Hogwarts had to take place during the course of the movie.
The colour red features a lot, lots of fire and smoke, and it's vivid and it's loud.
Lots of things had to break and get destroyed, so a lot of things we'd have to make once and then make in a way that was safe to then to fall onto people to break.
The whole of the world of Hogwarts and the surrounding environment, it's all done in the computer. It doesn't exist, it's not a real place, so we couldn't film there. And that's given us the freedom to basically move the camera and go to any part of the school, lots of which you've never seen before in the previous films.
What has been the biggest challenge with the battle?
The blowing up of the courtyard, which is for us the sort of big spectacular moment, that involved a lot more explosives, pyrotechnics, fire effects, with a lot of actors and stuntmen in and around the courtyard at the time. So that took very precise planning and timing.
The challenges really for visual effects have just got really, really interesting all the time. You're never repeating the same thing. There are certain things that you've done before that you do again, but there's always some new and big thing that you have to work out how to do.
Did you do any physical training for the battle scenes?
The battle scenes are so much fun. It was they get quite intense because we lose a lot of really key people. It becomes kind of like a war film, really, really fighting for survival, and all these sets are getting destroyed.
Yeah, there was obviously a lot of, running and battling and falling and all different crazy things. But for me, for my prep for the scene wasn't really that. I didn't have to do that much physical training. It was pretty much just running and things, which most people are pretty used to doing.
Gran parte de la acción fue creada con increíbles efectos visuales y asombrosos efectos especiales, pero no hay nada como el combate mano a mano. Y todo esto fue la responsabilidad del coordinador de dobles, Greg Powell, y de su experto equipo de dobles masculinos y femeninos.
David's got his own vision on the battle sequence, and he comes to me and various other people in different departments and discusses what he sees and asks, is it possible to do it that way, or can we do it this way? So it's his vision, but then he brings it to us all, and we all get in the pot and mix it up a bit.
You do a lot of your stunts?
I do as many as it is deemed safe for me to do. Yeah, I mean, I do a fair amount of stuff on wires and, just falling, falling, being hit. I can do all of them. Any big falls, like for instance, I couldn't do a roll down a staircase. Actually, I do a bit of a slide down a staircase in this one, but proper stunts I wouldn't be able to do. But stunts that any stunt I can do, I will.
I like to do a run every other day, like about a 40-minute run or something. So I quite like doing exercise anyway, but those stunt guys really do know how to put you through your paces. Like when you're doing all action, all movement action for pretty much a day full on, you get really exhausted after that and a bit achy.
Greg supervises every stunt, everything we do here. I didn't do too much extra training for it because by that point I was in fairly good condition anyway. It wasn't a huge amount of training, but it was just a lot of falling over and a lot of getting beaten up.
Dan's very keen to work with us at any time. All the way through the films, he's done, all the stuff himself. We rehearse it, Dan comes in, and he's enthusiastic no matter what he's doing.
Ninguna batalla estaría completa sin una buena dosis de sangre.
Hogwarts is destroyed, the whole castle is completely, falling down, there's nothing left of it, and the rubble all falls on top of them. It was completely destroyed, so our characters had to go through that journey as well. It would start raining out there, and then he was crawling along in the mud on the floor and trying to match the colour of the mud on the floor to his hands, and it was very tough continuity. We didn't shoot any of it in order anyway, so.
Was it fun getting covered in cuts and bruises every day?
It was actually quite exciting. I think obviously with Harry Potter we've always seen lots of bruises and cuts, but I think they've mainly happened to the most battling people, like for Dan's character. So it was fun. I think also all of us kind of had a laugh about it because we were all just basically covered in dirt and dust for weeks and weeks, so I think it was quite strange. I think looking back at the film, I think I've spent more time with cuts and bruises than I have in just plain face, normal makeup.
Durante Reliquias de la Muerte, la batalla se libra durante gran parte de la película, donde vemos a los pobres Harry, Hermione y Ron desmoronarse poco a poco.
They bring in these beautiful, charming actors and literally turn into rather undesirables pretty quick.
This film has a lot of different transformations and lots of different disguises, and it is quite confusing, but it makes it really good fun.
En el gran final de este anticipo exclusivo, no solo se enfrentan Harry y Voldemort, también veremos el lazo que ha unido a estos archienemigos durante tantos años.
And I'm actually up close and I'm actually got him by the throat and hitting him or kicking him.